good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar. I hope all of you are having a great one, all right? We are here to talk about some motherfucking wrestling, all right? I hope all of you are ready for the day. Really quick piece of news, though, that is breaking as of right now. The one, the only, some would say white people's GOAT, Mick Foley, has decided that he'll be parting ways with WWE as a result of their relationship to the sitting president, Donald J. Trump, and his comments on the one deceased Rob Reiner. Rest in peace to you, Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner, as you all know, he's a famous actor from a very great scene in Wolf of Wall Street.
Sides. Tell them about the sides.
I ordered the sides.
$26,000 worth of sides?
Countless other movies beloved in Hollywood, and Donald Trump, our sitting president that a good amount of the country voted for, majority of them were, you know what they were, said that he deserved to die because, you know, Rob Reiner had Trump derangement syndrome. Now, you know, I have done my own kind of scouting on the kind of digestion of these comments, and the Republicans seem to be pretty disgusted by it, but this is their guy, and a lot of them say that this isn't going to deter them from supporting him or any of his candidates in the future. So that's just a little piece on that. Mick Foley is fully departing with WWE, and I'm happy. I'm happy to see it. I mean, I only hope that more wrestlers follow the trend of doing this, because it is it was some shit. It was some shit to see. Honestly, I read it and I didn't even finish it. I read the first couple of lines and I was just I had to just step back. I had to step back. But what we will say is we don't know what the ramifications of this are going to be, but this is definitely going to keep the wrestling world talking for a day or two. Unfortunately, I know everyone was looking forward, all right, to a review for Collision December 13th, a little bit more expedient than I delivered anything, right? It only got Saturday night's main event out, which is like in the schematics of wrestling is kind of dog shit, all right? Because what we got from AEW's Collision on December 13th was maybe some of the best fucking wrestling I've seen on TV. It was great. It was fucking great, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm way behind the curve, but I mean, we could just run through everything that card gave us. I mean, everything down to Konosuke Takeshita and Claudio Castagnoli of the CMML heavyweight champion, the IWGP champion. That is history being made. It ends in a draw. Personally, I think that that's the right choice. I really appreciate everything that Don Callis gives when he's on the comms. I mean, this is positive. Jamie and Chris versus the Sisters of Sin. Everyone was kind of bagging on it, but Jamie graps, Chris graps. I'm not too mad at it, right? Also, it's just a reason for Thekla to be on the Titantron somehow, some way. Niggas love Thekla. She's a hood favorite, right? It is what it is. What I will say also, lastly about this, is Nigel on the comms is great. I cannot stand, all right, Tony Schiavone and Excalibur on these fucking comms anymore. Like, listen, they're great for what they are, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna turn off an episode of Dynamite or Collision because of it, but what I will say, we just need fresh blood. We need new change. Also, Christopher Daniels can take bumps in 2025, and so can Nigel McGuinness. Hey, Tony, you hear me, my nigga? Make this shit happen. Nigel, Christopher Daniels. I'm not gonna ask for this shit twice. Small little flex. Tony Schiavone says the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion, AEW world champion, CMML heavyweight champion, and the IWGP champion are all under one banner. That is a big flex, and I will give credit where credit is due for that. That is pretty much everything not involving the amazing fucking match between the one and only Speedball Mike Bailey and the Kinetic Knight. It was amazing. I really wanted them to stop hurting each other, but you know, they kept going at it, and it was beautiful. I really appreciated this match. Speedball goes over with like a single arm pile drive. Well, the single arm, I guess it would be a single arm electric chair. Kind of. It was like a single arm electric chair kind of tuck. It's kind of reminiscent of a one-winged angel. It's kind of reminiscent of a one-winged angel, but just different. It was a non-binary one-winged angel. It was very good, very good. Lastly, Konosuke Takeshita pulled out a hidden blade. That was golden. That was pretty much that for Collision. All right, December 13th, 2025. It was really good, and I encourage any of you want to look back at any of those matches that I spoke on, any of those segments, do so. show greatly. All right, really good shit from Tony on his behalf. All right, now we're going to be getting into Raw. All right, December 15th, 2025. I don't know where these people were. Right, AEW was in Cardiff. I don't know where these guys were, but it was a pretty lively crowd. Gunther got the reaction that you think you would get after retiring John Cena. A part of me really wanted the crowd to kind of hold off on a lot of that heat. Not like hold off, like stop like booing him, but just kind of read the room and understand that like who is to blame here for like the hatred towards that ending. Like John Cena losing, fine, that was already in the fucking tea leaves, right? But the manner in how the match ended, who does that blame go on? It doesn't go on Gunther. So why are you booing Gunther? But I don't know. I don't like that they treated this like a Dominic Mysterio moment. Like this is something larger. This is something larger in my opinion than just like a heel being a heel. This is the booking going above and beyond what is deserved from wrestler to fan and from fan to wrestler, right? And honestly, that whole like tapping out while like you're like with a shit-eating grin, man, like that's gonna be a generational image. And like people are trying to like break it down and like make it all poetic and shit, but like no, realistically, John just probably wants to get the fuck out of here. He knows season 3 of Peacemaker is supposed to start any time now. Probably an animated season for the Justice League where he's one of the big fucking pillars of the fucking team because he's John Cena, right? Listen, I'm very excited for him to just start this new chapter in his life. If that's New Japan Pro Wrestling, that's fucking great. Okay, if he's sitting there and he plays the next are we starring in the next season of the fucking Boys, all right, whatever the fuck John Cena gets into, I hope it's fruitful because brother deserves it, right? But it just obviously wasn't directed towards Gunther. A lot of this heat really does go towards the back. It does go towards the producers. Michael Hayes, the fucking creep. Paul Leviskate McMahon Jr., right? The doofus son-in-law. These are where the criticism should go. This is where all the heat, in my opinion, should go, not Gunther. But whatever, right? I guess that's just my little rant on that. We obviously are setting up Gunther versus AJ, which I think will be a good match. It's a good match, I guess. The story on paper is AJ's pissed at Gunther for retiring John Cena, which is like, okay, there's kind of like some like Goku / Vegeta shit with like AJ and John. So like Vegeta, being AJ, and I don't know, maybe Gunther's like fucking Broly or something, I don't know. But I can see this all working. It's really not that bad. I just want to have AJ get a proper send-off and not whatever they're going to give us, which I do not believe will be a proper send-off, because the Fed is the Fed and they're terrible at being fucking creative. Next on the card, all right, we are going to be speaking about the tag team, okay, between Jason Uso, Jimmy Uso, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. This was, wow, this man. Outstanding. This was okay. This match had a lot of legacy acts that are honestly just taking up spot. They're just taking up space. We could be actually building either like Team USA or the Brutus Brothers or whatever they are, the Creed Club, whatever. You could be building them, right, on an ascension for Chad Gable's return, just kind of having a natural lucha libre Americano latte, menu items, right? You could just have them versus Team America in a natural Chad Gable and, built up Creed Brothers. But again, that's ingenuity, right? That's creativity. That's on the fly thinking instead of just throwing a bunch of the yunks out there and just, man, I don't know. I don't know who this match is for. This match wasn't that though. This match wasn't that. Next, we get Rhea and Io, just kind of out there having a segment. Then they get jumped on by the Kabuki Warriors. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Listen, I tried to pull something out of this, and then I looked at the front crowd, and then they weren't even reacting, and it's just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. I don't know what's going on with this show, and I really do feel bad because I kept more of a fucking pulse on this show, right, and Saturday more than fucking Collision, and Collision was amazing. Collision was fucking amazing. Oh my gosh. You know, we're not gonna speak about the first match on Collision, but listen. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit anybody. The amount of just weird bullshit that we get on this card, we can talk about it now, because I mean, there's nothing really else to really speak about on this card aside from Ivy versus Maxine besides Ivy now versus Maxine Dupree. Where's Natty? Why isn't Natty getting a title shot? Why isn't Natty a title? Why isn't Natty holding a title right now? Oh my gosh. Whatever. So that's the whole thing. And mind you, Natty is entangled in all of that storyline between Maxine Dupree and whatever she wants to do with Ivy Nile, right? So whatever, we're just not even going to touch on that because it's going nowhere, right? Maxine Dupree picks up another victory. Hooray, hooray. The cows have came home. And then Nikki Bella fucks up a chance for Raquel Rodriguez to, progress in her singles career with, her coming out and stepping on this match. More DQ interference bullshit. Mind you, this is now the second world champion match within the span of 4 days that they have fucking considered no contest by DQ. 4 days, 2 main card championships. We'll speak on this no longer. Okay, last fucking piece of the night, all right? Adam Pearce goes out there. So basically, to come full circle on our opening segment with Nick Aldis and Drew McIntyre, which I didn't really like. I did say that I would like for, home segments to come back, but it was just too overproduced for me. It felt like Hollywood, right? It didn't feel like, oh my God, it's a home invasion happening. Hide the kids. It felt like, why is Nick Aldis and a bunch of police officers there? Because we need to document everything. And then, Nick, why is Drew McIntyre getting another title? This fucking company is so fucking brain dead. Nick Aldis is a little bitch, all right? Fucking Adam Pearce gets made a little bitch by Paul Heyman. It's literally, oh, I want to know who the masked man is. And Paul Heyman's like, well, I asked you for a match with Rey Mysterio, one of the most vulnerable, shortest, easiest to defeat guys that's in the locker room tonight. So if I don't get that, Adam Pearce, you can have a good day. Have a good evening. And it's like, okay, but first off, why wasn't the masked man unmasked at fucking Survivor Series? Why? What, that quite literally makes no fucking sense. No fucking sense at all, right? Because it happens tonight, after he fucking takes a move out of Jon Moxley's handbook, which is crazy. He fucking delivers a curve stomp on the apron. It's maybe 7/10 of what Moxley performed. It's whatever though. He unmasks himself, not even in the middle of the ring. This fucking company is so stupid. Why wouldn't you have this shit happen at Survivor Series? A, where it can be the biggest pop, the most eyes on the fucking product. You don't do it there. You don't do it the night after Survivor Series. You also, when he does do it, he runs into the middle of the crowd. Instead of just having it done in the middle of the ring, where he can be acknowledged and fully enveloped into the fucking vision. We could get a vision side by... What? Or am I supposed to believe that because when Logan Paul mentions him in the back, the fucking spot monkey, right? Paul Heyman's like, who are you talking about? What do you mean? And it's almost like I said during Survivor Series, this guy is like an independent contractor. Maybe on the behalf of Seth, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Seth's seen my video and we're going to see Cedric Alexander get called up and get some random push. Who knows what the fuck we're going to get? I don't know. I don't know what this is. And that was Raw. That quite literally was Raw. It was Nikki Bella putting her nose in a fucking it was Nikki Bella putting her fucking nose in a World Heavyweight Championship match. It was Maxine Dupree defending her championship against Ivy Nile. Whatever the fuck that was. It was a CM fucking Pompadour segment where he tried to be all badass towards Braun Breaker. Realistically, Braun Breaker's just gonna go over. Even if he doesn't, bro. Punk, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your comments on Logan just kind of muddied the waters with me for at least a good month. At least, you are on time. You are on, bro, you on probation for a good month after those Logan Paul comments, my nigga. I'm really serious about it. I don't really care what the fucking match you got going on. I'm be serious. I'm be real. They're, talk about my wife again. Listen, I didn't like when Braun talked to you about your wife. I'm be honest. You responding to it could give less of a fuck, bro. I could give less of a fuck. Sounds good. Sounds good, but honestly, we're not on great standing, Phil. We're not on an amazing standing right now. I don't know. That's it. That's Raw. Like, there's really not a lot that fucking happened here, folks. I mean, Gunther tries to do the best with what the fuck he's given, but I mean, again, the person that is, should be blamed for most of this hatred and most of this dislike, it is not Gunther. It's the fucking bookings. It's the producers. It's fucking, it's Lee Fitting and Paul Levescate McMahon. That's who fucking really deserves the booze, right? So, I don't know. It's just not really moving me. That's pretty much everything I have. I would like for these managers to maybe grow some balls. Maybe because Nick Aldis gets like slapped around by Drew McIntyre every fucking week, it seems like. Adam Pearce has been at the fucking mercy of the no names for a good 3 months now. I have no more comments on it. And honestly, I really wish I would have called Collision, because fuck was it good, man. Fuck was Collision good. Oh man, that's why we use the DVR, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we still trust cable television to do its due diligence when necessary. All right, that was Collision, December 13th, and Raw, December 15th, 2025. I hope all of you are having a great one. I hope all of you stay safe. All right, hope all of you stay warm. Or I will try to get some other videos, including FNAF, going up today. So please stay tuned for that. All right, and as I always say, all right, stay safe, stay beautiful. All right, peace.